Georgia, I want to run in the football.
No, you don't.
You want to throw in the football.
Thank you, Pam. You certainly want Jalen Milroe throwing the ball. And this version of Georgia going in today is built to stop the run. Alabama is better than Georgia this year at wideout. Georgia is better than Alabama this year at running back. Georgia will have to play great defense. Here's another thing, guys, and I can say something. I'm like Tupac on this. Y'all got Alabama, and I ain't mad at you. I promise you, because I love Kalen DeBoer having the cojones, the hoochies, the bravado to say, I'll take this job at Alabama, and I'll walk up here and put my flavor on it. You got to commend the man for that.
Well, first of all, Coach, I'm literally right now 30 miles from Athens. I mean, I'm in Georgia, and when I came through there, it was kind of quiet, which tells me that they know what's going to happen. First of all, you're wrong about the running backs. 26 and 22 Alabama, they're unbelievable running backs. So I think, yes, absolutely. So I think Alabama has the advantage on the edge, particularly the wide receivers with the young 17-year-old Williams right there.
That kid's a hell of a player.
And they got the best running backs tandem, 22 and 26 all day long. Let me finish with this. The only deficiency I see in the Crimson Tide is in the back end, particularly the secondary of the Crimson Tide. I think they're a little suspect. But if they hold their own, Alabama's gonna win by 2 touchdowns.
You're crazy here.
Oh wow!
You're crazy.
That's so crazy. Put it down.
He said you crazy.
Hey Pam. Hey Pam. Spoken like a true Crimson Tide fan.
Absolutely.
Which is why. Go ahead, Pam.
I think he left out one more thing that's a deficiency, and that's that Nick Saban ain't there. I think a lot of the motivation of those 2 games was that protege versus mentor. And that's not
Pam,
what you think how that narrative will play today.
No, Pam, you need to understand, Nick is always there. Hell, they playing on Nick Saban's field. They play on this damn field. He always gonna be there. What's up?
Pam, they ain't gonna get it. I knew it was coming. K-Mac, they both of them. Hey, Crimson Tide, and listen,
they drank the Kool-Aid.
From day one. This is a very, very good Alabama team. They may be one of the top 3 teams in the country this time by Sunday. But going into this football game, Georgia must make Jalen Milroe one-dimensional, and I think that defensively, this team can do it. Now, here's another fact. These cheerleaders over here, K-Mac and Earl, they got their pom-poms shaking their ass, talking about sis boom bar.
Yeah, we are. Shaking their ass, you're right. You damn skip.
But this is the fact. Alabama offensively specializes in the big play. They have struggled to maintain and sustain drives. On offense, they're boom or bust. We had the first show a couple of weeks ago. I said then 2 weeks ago, they had 7 plays of over 60 yards. They're a big play team. This boy Jalen Milroe throws a great long ball. Okay. But
Coach,
you'd rather have him throwing than running. And I think Georgia's good enough up front to do that. All right, you want to move on to the next one? I ain't gonna convince
because you haven't quite made your point yet, guys.
So coach,
I made a bunch of points.
Exactly. So coach, I really do appreciate all your energy. I appreciate your all your thoughtfulness and your insight and and all the stuff that you just added to this.
Okay.
But there's only one thing. There's only one thing I want to say.
Roll Tide.
From this whole thing. No, I can say that, but that'd be the obvious.
Okay.
They are the standard. They are the standard. It doesn't matter. It's nothing else to talk about. The standard is the standard. We talked about that this week on the show. The standard. It doesn't really matter. We are the standard, and until we say we are no longer the standard, we will be what? The standards.
And I would say that may change today.
Okay,
no. We get to determine that because guess what? You thought that last year when you were undefeated all season long, and you got and guess what? And we in the standard once again shows you are not championship because the standard is not to be regular season prom queens. The standard is to be champions.
Okay, I can't now.
Champions are the only ones that play at the end of the season before we get out of here.
Okay, now let me throw in a point. Let me throw in a point of fact. Okay,
make it a good one.
Okay,
make it a good one.
The thing, one thing that you can rest assured that will come as a result of the winner of this game today, Alabama, Georgia, that this is a year is going to be an exceptional class of quarterbacks. Carson Beck at Georgia, Jalen Milroe at Alabama, Cam Ward, you saw him last night, Quinn Ewers at Texas, Shadir Sanders, and this kid Garrett Nussmeier out of LSU. Whichever one of these teams, quarterbacks, can guide his team to a win, if they play well, they will propel themselves to the front of the line in terms of the number one quarterback in this draft class. Now, let me ask you this question, K-Mac, before we go on to the next team. Some of these cheerleaders do tumbling flips. Do you do tumbling flips as well?
No, I do pyramids. I do pyramids and stacks. Stacks on
stacks
on stacks on stacks.
I can do.
That's what we do.
That's exactly right. I can do Bible cartwheels. I can do those all day long.
Well, I tell you what. On next week's show, if I'm wrong, I'll eat the crow. But y'all dadgum better show me some backflip tumbling, you cheerleaders over there. Okay.
Exactly.
All right, let's go to the next one.